I don't always like videos, but when I do, I always prefer Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.
Yeah. 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 Time to flex. I'm at the chops. Playing my golden play. Market maker snipe. Stop me out today. Sweating bullets, but I'm back with a grin. More files won't hunt me. I'm cashing that win. From the couch to the throne, I'm dodging their tricks. Turn a loss to a laugh. Now I'm stacking them bricks. Stop hunt survivor. I'm breaking this scheme. Fuck you moves. Living a dream. Plans on lock. I'm rising above. Stop hunt survivor. Showing my love. Set the entry tight. They pulled the rug quick. Lost my shirt, but my swag is still thick. Drove past the bank, flipped him the bird. More falls can't touch me. I've learned every word. Late night grind, now I'm flexing the glow. Turn the trap to a trap. Watch my money flow. Stop hunt survivor. I'm breaking this scheme. Fuck you moves. Living the dream. Plans on lock. I'm rising above. Stop hunt survivor. Show my love. Since stabs hit, I'm dancing on their grave. Drum roll loud, I'm the king they can't save. More falls tremble, my plans too tight. Swagger so fresh, I'm owning the night. Stop hunt survivor. I'm breaking their scheme. Fuck you moves. Living the dream. Plans on lock.
John, what the hell are you watching? Oh, shoot, honey. That's Road Dog stuff. This ain't mine. You better not let me find out you got an OnlyFans account. Better not make as much as I do.
Your wife thought you were looking at porn. That makes it so funny. You got she told you wear the best in the family, doesn't she, Sean?
Yeah, let's roll. I sketched the charts, blood on my big move. Market maker snipe, let me in the groove. Sweat drip hard, but I'm smiling through. More falls won't catch me. I'm switching the view. Side hustle flop, but I'm back on track. Turn a loss to a win. Now I'm leading the pack. The plan's tight. I'm dripping with flair. Outsmart the game. I'm the king of the air. Survive the hunt. I'm shattering their traps. Season the day. No more setbacks. Locking my plan. I'm blazing the fight. Survive the hunt. I'm stealing the light. Too smooth. I dodged that tip. A friend's wild bet. Market makers trip. Now I'm cashing the set. Late night grind. Turn to a victory lap. More falls can't touch me. I'm setting the trap. Boss laughed once. Now he's calling my name. Wealth's my crown. Fueling the flame. Survive the hunt. I'm shattering their traps. Season the day. No more setbacks. Locking my plans. I'm blazing the fight. Survive the hunt. I'm still in the light. Survive. Shine. Yeah. Stop hunt. stacking chips from the bull run glow. Flip the gas station gig to a millionaire show. Debt collectors ducking when I flash the cash. Fuck you money hitting like a lightning crash. Roll the dice on altcoins, now I'm sitting pretty. Turned a ramen night into a steak city. Bull run bragging rights, I'm cashing that check. Fuck you money loud, no more neck in a wreck. Win stack high, dreams blast off the line. Bull run bragging rights, this wealth is mine. From the grind to overtime, clocking double shifts, to pop a champagne, sipping on the lips. Landlord's eviction, no tour at the shreds. Now I'm buying the building, sleeping in my bed. Crypto moon, I'm the king of the spree. Celebrating wins, yeah, the world's with me. Bull run bragging rights, I'm cashing that check. Fuck you money loud, no more neck in a wreck. Win stack high, dreams blast off the line. Bull run bragging rights, this wealth is mine. Horns blare, the party's in play. Jazzy vibes here, watch the data sway. Drum roll loud, I'm the boss of the beat. Fuck you money flows where the broke ones eat. Bull run bragging rights, I'm cashing that check. Fuck you money loud, no more neck in a wreck. Win stack high, dreams blast off the line. Bull run bragging rights, this wealth is mine.
The ringing of the cowbell is complete. If you need a little something to make you feel a little bit better in life, you need a little Jesus and you need a little cowbell.
Yeah. Should've shortened now some. Be hitting low, BTC tanking hard. Altcoins still to show. Mr. Dip start long. Feeling the sting. Lost time burning, hit a regret ring. Yeah. Damn it all. Stuck alone, watching games fade to dust.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Frustration rising, trust turn to
let's
rust.
begin our evening.
Lost time haunts me, opportunity's gone. Exhausted soul.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. So glad to have you here this Friday night, September 26th, 2025. Watching Bitcoin in this little range area, just after the big drop down to 108,600 and visited close to there several times, went a little bit lower right over here, and then today they ran us up on a Friday. Imagine that. They ran us up on a Friday, and nobody was just, nobody looked at that sideways and think, I don't trust it. But that was nice. Go up to 110 right there. This is on the 24-minute chart. I guess we normally start around the 6-minute. I guess that it looks like this is a bunch of crap there. So it's like sometimes you just gotta zoom out, right? You got to. This is what the hour looks like. And now what I like about this, what I do like about it, is that it gives me a little hopeful chance that we're coming up a little bit, and it would be up to retest this. His trying to, oh man, now see, that's what I call a dirty Sanchez right here. This little guy. And this is the reason. It's like it's trying to make a double bottom, and they come in slanted, right? I just find that interesting. So sometimes you'll see it like this here on the show. It's like he's got a little cowboy hat on up there, and yeah. But he's the dirty Sanchez because he's got this finger, right? If you know the story of the dirty Sanchez, that finger's kind of, you don't want that rubbed over your and make you, yeah. And sometimes you get the finger, and so this is the failed dirty Sanchez and my little repertoire of made up patterns. It was a nice double bottom that confirmed and didn't stick and rolled over. But I do take notice of those ones with angles. I've been watching them for a while. trying to get the feeling for them. Sometimes they work out good. Sometimes they do exactly this. And then we've fallen down here. Now some people will be looking at this as a bear flag that would have a long leg taking us down probably to 100,000. I've got us in a bottom channel. I am going off of this little Fibonacci pool from our lowest, our low over here, 107, pulled by Fibonacci's, and we're down at 886 retracements. Okay, so we could be bouncing from here. We also could be falling from here because, well, that was only from there. Remember, we got some different levels to look at. I kind of redid my chart over here. I got rid of the GAN pans on this chart because they were based off of this one too. But I don't get locked in on what's happening over here and not get the bigger picture of things. Now, the bigger picture of things, we talked about this the other night. From this pool, this bottom to that high, this is the 618 Fibonacci. All right, so there's two instances here by Fibonacci's that we're in an area to where we can catch. There's also this is, bear with me, this is a makeshift idea here. This is the angles that we got over here at the tops, right? Taking that down, we can identify a channel idea, which was this little area section here that we bounced off of until we lost it and got back in it. And we're testing those areas also as well. Those are three things right off the bat that I can show you that are saying that this could be support. And I hope that it is. I hope that it is. But I can also show you things like in the bigger picture of things, yeah, 100,000 is still on the table, people, and maybe even 83, although I would probably consider this market said and done with. I would feel that way. Now, it wouldn't have to be. Actually, it could actually bounce from there and go to a new all-time high. So either one of these levels, any of these levels are fair game for a lower low. We're coming into Halloween season, folks. This is when we're supposed to be like you, hey, getting ready for, well, the end of the technically our 4-year cycle should be about coming to an end, time-wise. So, and now that leads a lot of people questioning, well, was this the top? Was it? And, you know, there's some arguments even for that. One of them that disappointed me is when I was, having sherry with, and ginger. Sherry and ginger were here. With Elliot, he kind of brought up the fact that, we've already topped out with our 5 wave over here on the daily time frame from our bottoms here at 115,000 up to there. And I was like, I just slapped him across the face, and now he still won't talk to me. I said, how dare you, sir? How dare you say such a thing? But he's like, no, I insist, my young man, it's on an ABC correction down, and he's got us coming down to 90,000 and also around 98. Well, about these same areas here. Not quite as desperate as low as I went there. And I'm like, well, man, that just sucks to think that, but the mathematics are there, the counts are there. Whether we go up from there, who knows? But wow, man, this has been a wild ass cycle, I gotta say. And I gotta say, every cycle that I go through is full of all new lessons, man. Or some of them are, unfortunately, some of them are repeated, or can be repeated. I don't want to repeat bad things. I don't want to get caught in the downside whenever we top out, and that's going to be kind of tricky. And we'll start hearing more and more of that as we start getting into, well, the end of the year. Like, how do you know if you're at a top, and how do you know? And people will pull out the Pi cycle top, but it ain't showing nothing right now. And so you'll have some people saying, well, we're going to 300,000, and then you're going to have some people saying, nope, this was the top right here, the big double top with the lower low. So all I know is we're still above 100,000, and that was going to be the godsend. That was the goal for the longest time, if ever we could get there, when we were in 78,000, 60,000. Man, could we really get 100,000 and get it briefly and then lose it? Like, well, that was probably it, but it wasn't. So, wow, a lot of different sentiment over here in the Bitcoin circle here. 13 people hanging out with me. Thank you so much for hanging out. I know it's a little bit boring going over Bitcoin, but if Bitcoin ain't happy, these altcoins ain't happy either. Elvis, man, did you take a
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
But this is also on the daily here, even though we lost these moving averages. I mean, there's a 200 moving average here on the daily, coming in right below that 104 you're at. I think some other people are also starting to mention this area, 104. And we just got to put it on our radar. I hope that we don't go down there, and that just kind of puts a crumple into just in case takes some of the air out of this bull run that we were looking forward to at this time of the year, right? If that was to happen. So as we watch all this stuff unfold, I keep watching these weekly indicators here, being mindful of them. And we just got a new fresh red dot here on Market Cipher. Stochastics all the way buried down. And that could be good or it could be bad, but it's good when they start lifting up and then we're in a move. But when they go down here, price can go down while it just levels out. So that's this line right here I'm talking about. And we got but the good thing we got is the money flow is thick in the green. So that means any of the downside action that we get here, while the money flow is thick in the green, it's kind of like a nice little air mattress, a cushion for our fall when we have them, and we might not sink as to the bottoms that we would say if the money flow was in the red. That would be frightening. So that's one good little thing we got going on, but man, everything else is pointing down and looking a little bit bearish there. Kind of following back with MACD on the weekly where it crossed over, and I've shown routinely on the weekly that when it crosses, that's when you need to listen because there's usually, it's not fun afterward. And so I realized, man, this market's just not that fun anymore. It's been a very, I guess you could say, choppy and just down and choppy week, right? So we want to come back over here, if you don't mind, looking at the daily. Let's go to the 4 hour. Now the 4 hour's got something interesting here. We got some bullish divergence that happened on that latest bottom that we had, and we're getting some reaction from that, right? Is it enough to hold us though, or will it just be something temporary? And this is where I lean on my moving averages a lot, and the moving averages tell me that we got a chance, so we could even come back up to this area about 114. And why do they tell you that, Road Dog? Tell us the secret. Stop being a stingy hoarder of secrets. Well, it's kind of easy. Well, I got 3 major big moving averages: 800, 660, 6, and 360 right here. And they are in consecutive order. They are bigger moving averages. They have more power, if you will. And while not acting like a magnet, it does have some kind of vacuum pressure. I don't know how you would say, but we're inclined that we could come up here and touch that. We also got a 100 moving average up there. A bunch of our smaller ones are up here too. So there's a chance that as we start going through the chain of the 5 moving average strategy, if you guys understand that, that's cool. They have a little thing that they walk through, and we kind of step up, and we might make it up there to that 100. But there's not much after that unless some other things start coming on board. I'm just starting to see these moving averages rolling over, and it started on the smaller time frame, seeing it happen a lot, and now you're starting to gradually see it expand onto these bigger ones. And when you start to see it here on the bigger 4 hour, well, that's to be concerned, because it's just like when we start seeing them roll around the other way and starting to turn the other way, that we're like, hey man, I want to start getting into some stuff, right? This is like technically when we need to be planning on getting out of stuff, and I can't believe I'm sitting here saying this out loud, but yeah. So what are you doing? Are you building positions or are you exiting positions? I guess that's what the questions I'm posing at myself right now too. So as this is happening in the rollover of these bigger moving averages, you can kind of see the smaller ones are bearishly crossing them, and so that's adding some more downward pressure, right? So the chances of us holding here, we got some things that are saying we got some support and we can move up, and we might see it this weekend. That's what I'm kind of guessing by what we saw earlier today, where they ran us up and of course let us fall down. We might get something in here, maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday, I don't know. It's pick one and hope you got with one. Usually Sundays when we start seeing actions on into Monday, so And it may just be lackluster again, which could be good for altcoins. If Bitcoin is lackluster, that could be good for altcoins. So altcoins might have a chance to pump. We haven't got to total 3 yet, but Bitcoin could also get a nice little rise up here. But then I would expect it to roll over with another higher low and work on testing probably 105 eventually. So we got to start looking at not so much looking for the longs. She's going to the moon for all-time highs. I still hope that she does. But it looks like we got some lower areas that on the bigger picture we actually need to take care of. And as much as I don't want to look at $100,000 at $99,000 area down here on the bigger picture of things, man, that's the highest step on the ladder right there that we got to come down to and then try to step off of. And we normally just, I mean, there's normally the one down lower that we go to, and there we are on that one again. Good afternoon, 18 people. Glad to have you here. We'll come over there in just a second. While I'm here on, can we pull it up over here? What I like over here is total 3 over here is starting to get a rise up. And so we're also seeing that idea. We talked about Bitcoin going up and having a rollover point and rolling over. It looks like it's starting to look, maybe, cross our fingers. Don't poke any needles in my eyes again, because that hurt like hell. To go up, maybe back and to test this $109 trillion area. So again, my philosophy on weekends is not to chase what's pumping. And there's some shiny things pumping. A lot of this is new stuff. This is VC money enticing you in so they can sell on you. And then it becomes like all these other bags that we got. We're waiting, but they enticed me in and I bought it, and now it's not worth much. But it's going to go up, right? That's why I'm holding it. I mean, that's usually what happens in those situations, so we don't avoid that. But it's kind of crazy. I'm looking at crypto bubbles and I'm seeing all these coins. I'm like, whoever even mentioned you in the past year? I mean, damn. One which was mentioned a few nights ago here by one of you guys brought it up and we charted it. It's doing very well. Synthetics. I don't know if any of you guys got into it. I did like the chart and I did open a little position. Only thing is, it was a tiny position. I'm trying to work in on some spot margin there. Shoot, with these drops, man, I'm having to use that collateral to cover some bases there. And I don't like that. That pisses me off. When I find out the secret how that is totally avoidable, and I'm going to write a book on it. All right, so in short, altcoins could be coming up a little bit this weekend, and that could be good. Bitcoin dominance right over this. Yeah, what? The Egyptian. It's that way, right? The zombie, you're in my way, man. Zombie, go take a break, man. You've been out here like way too long anyway. All right, so right over here. That's not it, but right over there. So on this weekend, on a Friday going into Saturday and Sunday, this is the 4-hour charts here, so they're a little bit more relevant. It looks like we got a good chance, team, to take some profits on some of these bags that we built during the week or during these lows and stuff. Okay, so the game plan is to take profits this weekend because they may not be there this next weekend. I'm just saying, hell, I'm not even seeing them right now, to be honest with you, unless they just miraculously went up in the last 10 minutes after I started my show, which kind of looks like it because look at this. This is on the daily, and we're seeing some come-ups here. Some of these places have got 5% gains here, 2% here on a Friday and a weekend. If it's going to do it, I'm going to take advantage of it and sell into that. Not chasing, not buying. If you don't already have a bag, yeah, maybe you're too late for this little run here. If you do chase it, you might get stuck with it or stopped out. And this is what the hourly looks like. Who has ever heard of Q? What about Alpine? Didn't they used to make stereos or something back in the day? Are they in crypto now? Nobody buys stereos anymore, so now we make a meme coin called Alpine. And Kenwood, because we own the rights to Kenwood and Alpine coin. We're being silly. If you're living in another country, that makes no sense to you, I'm sure. And if you're a modern day American, that probably doesn't make any sense. That shows how old I am. Not really. I watched it on a Lifetime movie. It's where I saw it. Yeah. You know how dated those things can be. All right, so you watch Lifetime movies? Oh my God, Sean, shut up. Let's take a look at some of this stuff. So let's take a look at synthetics really quick, if you don't mind. Look at you go. That's crazy. That was, we're looking at like over here saying, wow, man, that looks cool. Let's go. Can I do something? And wow. And of course, I've got this target over here at 123, which looked absolutely stupid, right? You're like, Rare Dog, you got some crazy ass targets up there. How the hell? But that was the target up here at 49. We haven't nailed it just yet, but gosh darn it, it feels good to see something going up. Too bad I didn't put $20,000 in it, but I didn't. I'd be a lot happier if I did. But I didn't. Shoulda. Coulda. I don't know if I coulda. But I woulda. I don't know. All right, so all these little lower targets right there. Where we were looking to try to buy places, buy 78 cents, buy it. What was it all? 71, 68, even over here, 81 cents there. And now it's up at 114, so congratulations if you did. Our hand claps are not working. If you did get it on this one, because it's a banger. 20 people hanging out with me. Thank you so much. We are looking at synthetics here. One of you guys happened to mention the other day, well before she broke off, and she was looking interested, and I made a comment about that and said, hey, this one looks like she could do something. And she did. And she hasn't quite hit her target yet, but we are working on that. Go to the 4 hour. Well, on this time frame that we're looking at, I'm just having to click on the 12 hour. 800, 600, 300. This one may not stay up here, okay? So just keep that in mind. You probably want to get a stop loss somewhere, you know, closer to $1, because she could come back down to this 80-cent area. I'm just telling you, she can go up, but the way these moving averages are and everything, look, you're 200 on the 12 hour. Your 200 is way down here, man. I don't know if you notice this, but price has a tendency to always go back to that 200 moving average. It just does. It gets away from it a little bit, but then it comes back to it. That's the whole basis of our, well, the 5 moving average strategy is all centered around that 200. So that's kind of like our line zero, our baseline is the way I look at it. And we can come back there. That's at 65 cents. Doesn't mean that we will, but we can definitely come back in this neighborhood again. And that would suck if you're saying, I'm about the flag, and it dropped 32 cents. What flag are you talking about? Well, there's magically ways to draw flags everywhere. It definitely can. But what I like is the old trend line, and this one tells me, we lost out of that one. That became an internal trend line. We're trying to regain back into it. Are you going to hit my target? I think he's going to hit my target. It looks like you might go past my target. Oh, we don't have a higher target. We need a higher target. Let's see. We got 1 hump, 2 hump. Can we get a 3 hump and then our dump? We do have a higher target. We've got one over here in our next Fibonacci here. If we're going to play with our big boy pants and get the big boy moves, well, why do we want to fiddle with the smaller little targets? Could be in our 40% gain if it were to hold this area. I do not think that it will. I think it will get rejected here, get slammed on its butt, and then we'll have to come back up again. We will probably come back, in my personal opinion, come back and test this little trend line here. What is it, 90 cents? That might save us if that one holds. And start to develop into this beautiful opening widening pattern, which got started there fun. So if we did want to put a higher target, how high could she go? If we'd like to know, is we will park this trend line and then park a price marker right above the candles that we're on and say, well, at this present moment, if she went straight up, she would bump her head on 131. But that 124 looks good. So nice gains out of this one from 79 up to there. It's 42% gains. Hopefully getting 54 when we get to target 124-ish area. Let's take a look. Let's come over to the chat, 22 people. Your microphone is not on. Oh, crap. So, how's it going, everybody? Got Strega. He was first here tonight. How's it going, Strega? Clappy hands are not working good. So we got Strega in the house. We got Duality C. Glad to have you guys here. We've also got the King Hell. How's it going, King Hell? Including Marshmallow 1981. Good to see you guys. Wild Ass Coffee. And we got MG Motorsports. Says a little late, sort of watching here and watching the pregame Australian football grand final on TV. There you go. My team didn't make it, but hopefully today is a great game. I hope it's a great game for you, my man. Glad to have you here when you can be here. That's fine with me, baby. And we got Joe from Trade Intuition. Fellow YouTuber, I always like to give him a shout out. And this is his channel right there. I really need to get all of it. Can we do that? I'll try this. I'm not good at it, but we'll try it. And we got to get back to the remember what we're doing. We're on the chat. Okay, I'm here. I'm still here. Squirrel. There's Joe. Oh, I just opened it up. There's Joe's link right there. And we got Dave P. How's it going, Dave? Good to see you. Chris Klein says, why is it I only take money shorting the market? I don't know. I have not really been shorting them. Hey, we got Floki's Angels. Said, hey dog, I love your show, and I always love that comment. Thank you so much. All right, so SNX looks kind of, but she's getting on up there, baby. It's not definitely one you want to get in right now. And so we got to go with this new little trend line idea here with just two little touch areas in my book. And trying to ease on up there. Let's take a look at, and while I do this, I forgot to mention this, but I just put a marker up in the chat. If you do a coin you want me to look at, right over there, submit your coin request for live analysis. Priority goes to members and super chats. And if you do super chat, I do appreciate it. 100% fan funded show here. And let's take a look at grass. What? We're going to take a look at a little grass. I knew that was coming. So it's at 89 cents right now. I'm on the 50-minute time frame from 77. Let's zoom out so it doesn't look as darn near impressive. That still looks pretty good considering it's been ranging down here forever. Feels like. So this thing was kind of cool. It was up here at some good areas, about $2-3 even. Yeah, hung around $3.50 when it was hot there for a minute, right? And then it wasn't. It's down here at 60 something cents. So Balmy strategies, it's telling me the Fibonacci's anywhere under 109, 110 area is a good place to accumulate this. It's at 90 cents now, so this one's technically still in a good place to build a bag if you're trying to. Better if you could have got it closer to 65 or 70, but hey, you just kind of get what you can get when you can get it, right? And so you build from here. And then we sell from up here when we come back down to when we come back up to these areas, like at 60% gains or 114% gains, and sell a little portion of that. And hopefully we got a little bag left over, or maybe we want to still accumulate and work on it some more and see if we can get back to these places that we had before at $3. Now imagine if you're buying here about 80 something cents and you got a portion of that bag to sell at 300% gains, and that's pretty good. I would love to say, usually, especially last cycle, I would say, it might even go higher. This cycle, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know. I mean, I would like to think that we're actually going to get a real bullish sentiment here in the market, but I haven't seen it at all. It's nothing like 2017, not even like in 2021, early 2021. I thought it was a little tamed down from the last one, right? 2017, I guess, was just kind of wild. It was just a flurry, man, a flurry, and it just kept going and going, and it was crazy. And you would see things make higher highs, and there at the very end, just go off to insane prices, just like This thing was 30 cents for the longest time, and now it's worth $10. What happened? I mean, crazy stuff. And they would hold it. They would get up to some place. We see things go up, and then they seem to give it right back, right? In 2017, we'd see them go up, and they would hold it for a while, and then they go up more. It was amazing. And then sometimes they would even go more. And they're not sticking like this. We keep seeing bottoms out of these guys, man. So grass is back down at the bottom. I got 110 as a nice target. I've also got 139 as a juicy little target to get paid at. And then, of course, the beautiful 618 Fibonacci right over here at $1.86. And just like to see some of these altcoins turn into something. I'm just saying. Why are you so down? Don't be down. I need you to get loaded up on cocaine and go party, to start chasing, to fly an airplane. I need you to get up here to $3, okay? Do what you got to do, grass. Maybe you need to... Let's take a look at Fartcoin, another one that's blowing a lot of wind, or not worth a crap. Not worth the paper that is wiped on right here. Is down at 59 cents, and I swear I think you're headed toward, I'm pretty sure you're heading toward 50 cents right there, 40 cents area. It looked like a fairly decent deal to get in over here. I'm just saying, to break out of a... Yeah, that's a... It's not... well, if you do it like this, it looks fairly decent, like a falling wedge. I blame you. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, you little devil bat. I think it's your fault. Anyway, we seem to be still correcting down here. So, unfortunately for Mr. Fartcoin, y'all ain't gonna like it. No, I get that. I get that 51 cent area, and that's if we don't get the deep ass 36 cent correction, which could be coming from what we got going on over here. I'm just saying. I hope it doesn't. That would be breaking a trend line, but hey, man. Sometimes you think it's going to be one thing, you know, and maybe it's just a little hot air coming out, but then again, it's a little wet and juicy and running down your leg to the 88.6 Fibonacci area at 36 cents. That's the gross area right there. That's the diarrhea bottom right there, and I hope we don't end up there. Bad enough trying to go down here to 50 something cents. Fartcoin, yeah. Here's one that might be on, should be on the radar. This is Tau. Definitely had the hype and everything. I like the tokenomics on it. Looked like you did a little something symmetrically over there, so I just extended those trend lines. That's how I like to play them. And wow, are you back in our discount area? Is that the big picture discount area? I'm still waiting for all these beautiful targets to get hit. I'm not sure when I drew these out. I would say it was somewhere over here. So they've not been hit yet. Yeah, that's you. That is you, my friend. You're testing the discount area right now. Let's hope it's just a test and you bounce from there, because you don't need to go back into that area. I'm just saying. I don't. Yeah, I don't feel like. I mean, you can make a triangle. You can always make a triangle. In my personal opinions, you give me a 618, then you give me a 786. Yeah, we're gonna hope that 241 will hold it, but 207 might be it. Actually, I'm starting to lean a little bit more 207 or 28 area. For Tau? Really? I was expecting to find this one bottoming out, and instead I'm find myself calling bottom. So I'm coming down here to 4 hour just to check it and see what's going on over here. We're trying to catch something over here, but these moving averages, they are flip-flopped. Wow, okay. So yeah, probably. Might want to check on this one in a couple of days to watch it, see if it can get a recovery here. If it gets a recovery, maybe we got something to work with, head back up to 300. But right now, it's flirting with maybe confirming that it might go down lower. I hope it doesn't. Hope it doesn't do that. Let's give it this weekend and see if we can make a little comeback on these. But these guys are flip bearish. I'm not liking that. All right, let's take a look at Pingu. This is Pingu on Binance. She's getting the bounce. She got the bounce off the dotted line that we just kind of drew there. The parabola, the curviness. She did not come down to our little areas down here, and that's okay. I'm not going to take it personally. You ain't got to. I like that you bounced off the dotted line. That's amazing. That's totally arbitrary. That would... Or maybe I magically moved it over there. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't think I did that. Can I look at orderly? It says Poner kills what? Altros. I sure can. Thank you so much for the super chat there. I appreciate it. Thank you. Man, these things are just not working right again. No clapping. There we go. There's clapping hands. All right. So Pingu.
Yeah, all right. Yes.
I don't think we need you anymore at the moment. We'll take you off. So if Pingu has bottomed out here, if it has, okay, we need to be heading toward 31. We're at 0.028. We need to go to 0.031. First target I'm looking for is 0.034. What does that look like as far as percentages go? Is that a worthwhile target from here? On spot is 20% gain, so yeah, that's not bad. Next target's going to be right here at 0.038 cents for good old beautiful Pango. And hopefully she'll come out and make a higher high, and we might see 0.042 cents again, but I expect there will be a lot of sell pressure here at the 618 on this go around too. Boom! 3.9. And there we go for Pingu. Let's take a... Let's get this back over here. Can I look at orderly? Is it order? It is orderly, right? Mexi's got it. Orderly network. That should be the right. Oh, it was nice. Well, it's having a happy day. It looked like she wanted to go higher. Let's figure where she wants to go. You got it down there, didn't you? So basically, I'm looking at that 45, 46 cent area. That's right at 46 cent area. Now 41 right over here, but I think it'll go through this one. That makes a really good target for a higher high right there too. But I think this one's got enough that will go in it. We'll look at it on the smaller thing here too, an AB equals CD move. But from the bigger fibs and everything, that's what I'm seeing there. Let's come down. Let's see, what do I want to notice from here? 200 moving average is still kind of low, around 12 cents. 360's down here. So notice, if you will, the nice roundingness that happened here, and notice, if you will, one of the hallmarks that I look for with these rounding bottoms is this formation right here, right? When we get the nice roundy bottom, the big accumulation, which looks like this, you get a squeeze down, You normally get a butt crack. I don't see a butt crack on this one. So this one's just a really nice, this could be the butt crack. Oh, or this was the butt crack. that looks like that could be a possible butt crack. Okay, so butt crack meaning the W and the middle point and the W. So are we trying to do that again? That's a possibility. So right off the bat, we'd be looking for it to come back to 30 to test this here at 38, right? So we want to keep that in mind too. I got the higher high targets, and I do think it's trying to go higher. Now let's come down to the 4 hour and just see the nitty gritty of what's going on. And just to make this simple, keep it simple. Oh, we are getting right up there. Well, that's not as high. Yeah, I'm getting that same area. Okay. I'm getting about 38 cents for the measure move I got there. I thought she went way deeper than I thought. You went full 786, so that's right, the perfect, the 113. That's it. That's it. Right where this line right here is coming to. That's a perfect retest of the. So that is making it's a scallop that's coming up. It could be making a cup and handle pattern. It could be coming back down, and then you may see it draw back down to about 21 cents. Okay, so you definitely want to make sure you're taking profits as we get closer to the 38 cent area there. And if we get higher, that's just a bonus, but 38 seems to be the one that is working on. And so after that happens, and price does happen to get up there, you might see, since that is that same area there, you might actually see a cup and handle form, and that would also fit within this framework here too. So make a little triangle or like that, and then we can get a nice big move, right? And the beauty of that is that that would take us up to around the 60 cent area, right? Because a true cup and handle, if it does happen, or even if it just gets out of this range, cup and handle or no cup and handle, you'll still have a measure move target right over here, right? 69 magical cents. So if I can get all the squigglies off of here, because I got way too many of them. So order that looks kind of interesting. Okay, for when it pulls back, and seriously, when it comes back to around somewhere around 18 cents, something like that, it might be a good time. And this is it on the 2 hour right there. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. That's an interesting one, and looks like you were in a good place to be taking a little bit of profit. Well, let's take a look at CRO. Nobody's been talking about it lately, so I figured I would. And she's down at some support areas right now, and this is when we should be talking about it. Hey man, you say that crow, she's at support. She might be sticking. I hope so. So this is the 2 hour chart, and I like the bigger moving averages. That tells me we might be able to get back up about 24-25 cents. Hope that's true. This is the 4 hour, zooming out a little bit. Yeah, I like these bigger moving averages. They're wide and fanned apart, so we're testing them. So the deal with the moving averages, when we got multiple ones like that, they fan out. They fan out like one of those Chinese fans, right? And that's when you know everything is going good. And then there's a few moving averages, it'll stay above. For me, the one I watch is the 9 moving average, that green one, right? And then when that's over, well, then something happens. And in this case, it did a very nice little just burn down, a slow burn down, right? All the gains were up here at 35, and all the hope that it's going to bounce up there and go higher, and just never happened. Never happened. It just kept slow burn down. Slow sales to the downside, but now is at a place where she can be catching support. A few lower areas down here, currently sitting right around 15-16 cents. I would think that this yellow line right there, about 17, might be the lowest that we would go, I would hope. I hope we would have it. But it's kind of a bummer we lost the purple line. That's the 360. That's kind of a bigger one to lose. But the support trend line we got here, support line, might be what we need to get us back up. So I'm looking here for any instances of bullish divergence, and so I'm finding some here. I'm seeing where price is coming down here. And then we got a little elevation here on our RSI. So on the bigger time frame, we do have an instance of bullish divergence there that could help us catch some support and maybe even reverse here. Also got it here on the momentum wave, so that's cool. Just needing some green to be showing in here. And these guys, all these other indicators over here, are looking like they're trying to roll over though at the moment. Not what you want to see. And we just lost the 9 moving average. Also not what we want to see. So she's got some fighting to do if she is going to do anything. And it may just be, well, you already tested it right there. She may just be testing this little white line area right through there. I just have to see. Bears cross here, so we got a little reaction from that, right? Got another moving average just zooming in on it, and if we don't do something bullish soon, that can bump into, or even worse, cross this line, and then we got another kick to the downside, right? But right now we got a little chance to recover and catch something here and work our way up into this red cloud, somewhere around 20 cents up to 21 cents. That's what I'd like to see out of it. And I say that because the bigger moving averages do still have some momentum with them. And if we did find a support bottom here, maybe we'll see something happen this weekend out of it. Coming down a little bit lower, just trying to see if there's any green candles happening right now, and nothing yet. We just got some higher lows. That's the first sign. Got to take out this guy over here, right? So that 21 cent area, 22 cent area keeps coming up. So that's what we got for Crow. Let's take a look at MYX. That one was kind of fun, and then it's just kind of boring now. Just kind of dull right now. Just hanging around $9-10. It's like she goes down to 880s and tops out somewhere around 1020, 1030, somewhere through there. Seems to be our little range that we're in, with a little spike to $12. And that you'd have to have sold there to make it even worth your while. So the pattern that I see is still something along the lines of this. Broadening pattern that stopped broadening. She started leveling out. So to me, I take that as what we call a partial decline. And if it's going to do something, it should be doing it soon. Soon. You need to do it now. Soon. Do it. Get off your lazy arse and do something soon. Take some of this stuff off. So MYX, nice rounding, and roundings are good, right? Because if you round from here, it's a chance you can go back up to where you started from, which was a great example right here. Chance we can get our little happy asses back up to $17. I'm just saying. That would make Daddy happy. 19 people hanging out with me. Thank you so much. So I got to be cautious about this cloud until we kind of get into it. I don't like the way it's turning around over there, but it looks like we might have a chance to see a little bit of upside here. I hope so. I hope so, because you ain't showing it on the 1 hour yet. You're not doing it on the 1 hour yet. All right, let's take a look at SPX 6900, a meme coin. She was down to 94 cents and now she's at 101. This one got hit kind of hard. It was in its glory days just recently in July. $2.22. Nailed it! Hit her target up here. And now she's pulled back down to our other target. Nailed it! Our 99-cent target. And I think we went down to 94. Almost nailed it! It's close enough! What's your body count? Okay. All right, so so a downward channel that we hope we're finding some support here, because if this trend line doesn't hold us, what else have we got, right? This one's just kind of doesn't even need to be there. It's there for the sake of art. And so these targets, I guess we need some new ones. That just seems fitting, does it not? So now we got some new targets. Kumbaya. Must have did this from the other area. And you stay. Right? Yeah, you stay. Well, what the hell were you? I want to put you over here. So SPX is a decent deal, but you don't see the shoulder, head and shoulder to the downside. No, I sees it. I sees it. Is it going to confirm? Did it confirm already? Oh my God, it confirmed. What are you going to do with this 100 moving average on the daily all the way up here? Be kind of crappy if we go up and test that and then validate this pattern. So there is an idea for a head and shoulders top. I feel not so not confident yet. It's a beautiful one too. That's a beautiful one, I gotta say. That's about as close to textbook as I've seen in a while for a head and shoulders top. You are bearish, sir. And if this had its way, why, the measured move would make you throw up in your mouth if you had a bag of this, especially on 10x leverage, because it would be saying it's going all the way down to negative 22 cents. You owe me $4,200, sir. All right, so we need you to catch here, baby, and validate this little pattern. Is it really that, or is it a head and shoulders, or is it a cup and handle to the upside? Oh my God, can we do that one too? Oh please, let's do. I love drawing a cup and handle. Nothing like drawing a nice little cup and handle to the upside. Look at the cups and handle. Only people with special visions can see these. You have to be very special. Look, it's the beautiful cup and handle to the upside. And might be. You don't hear me say, yeah, it still qualifies for a cup and handle. I actually. So, wow, aren't we in a conundrum here? We have a very bullish, very bullish chart pattern, the cup and handle. One of the, I've seen it referred to as the holy grail of chart patterns. To find a true one, because anybody can look at a higher high and a higher low and say, what's a cup and handle? Because you also got that going on, right? Higher high, higher lows, same thing. The market structure is there behind all these patterns, right? If you're looking at it. But we'll conundrum a cup and handle, and you also got a beautiful textbook head and shoulders reversal top that price led into. What to do? What does it go for? That would be a pattern, an early pattern trader's, beginning pattern trader's nightmare, I think, right there. What do I do? What, you want me to tell you? Well, I don't tell you what to do. I tell you how I look at it, and well, I got a channel that says we can probably bounce here, so I'd be leaning a little bit more to the cup and handle line now. I also got this descending channel here. It has a pretty gosh darn good chance to break to the upside, somewhere around. Was it 65%, something like that? 65% chance to break, for those to break up. And we got our 200 moving average, which I know we're under right now, but the 100 up there could give us that little lift that we need to at least validate this and try to work on something. Other than that, you got your indicators, which I would say would be probably a good thing to look at if you needed to make a decision. Here on the daily, the histogram's lightening up. It's up there a little bit. That looks a little promising. It's got a lot to do to confirm. Even our market cycle indicator is getting ready to print a green dot there, giving you the buy signal. The VWAP, that's his yellow stuff, turned orange, starting to get back to the yellow section. Flip the zero line. And stochastics are doing exactly what you want them to do. This is what you want to see your stochastics do, is come down to the bottom, bury out, and then start going up. And once they get past the 20% mark, which is about right here, that's your official trigger sign for your stochastics just trading strategy, or your bot strategy, or however you want to look at it there. And there we go, a nice little bounce possible coming from SPX 69,000 makes me think I want to get some of this, or add to my little. I have seriously a tiny bag. I've just put scrap stuff in it. This might be where I'll put some scrap stuff in on my base account. So I've got a few little wallets. I got a Phantom wallet. Some of this stuff that we do, I'm not always on an exchange and doing it. Sometimes I'm doing it in a swap wallet for some of these coins, especially meme coins. I do have a COINEX exchange with account where I do a lot of spot margin on, and I've got a lot 2 minute more plays there than I need, and we'll never do this ever again. I learned my lesson from that, having too many positions to play with. But I still got them all, so hey, that's something to say. And I do my futures trading. I do perpetual futures, and usually go for swings because I hold them usually for up to a week, sometimes more than a week or two. So I'm a swing trader when it comes to trading perpetuals. I'm not a day trader or scalper so much. I mean, I'll take a trade when I can get it, right? But so I typically use a little lower leverage for, you know, and wait for some things. And some people like to use crazy ass leverage and get the little short 1 minute scalp ups and stuff like that. I mean, there's so many ways to do this. I like the ways that keep you where you don't have to be just checking everything. I mean, I check things all the time, but I don't have to babysit each individual trade all the time. I like things where I can set them and forget them. That's what I like about spot margin trading, and I can buy here and set my limit orders and just forget about it. That's it, baby. Ooh, maybe I'll do that on spot margin. All right, let me take a look at, we did look at that one, didn't we? Here's one, Hype. Check out Hyperliquid. She's one of the hot ones lately. She lost her channel, so got to figure out what you're going to do in life, baby. Got to figure out what you're going to do in life. Our targets. What did I erase there? Anything? So I had a $38 area down here, which we could have retested. There's a chance, man, and we can take a conservative measure move, just take it from there to there, that we might see $34, $35 Hyperliquid. 200 moving average is also there on the daily. Let me move these old price things up. So 47, then I was like, I think it's somewhere in 43. I think I was targeting this 100 moving average, and we actually went a little bit below it. Not uncommon. Question is, can we hold it? And to me, Hyperliquid looks like it's about over. It looks like we're coming up, and maybe it might roll over again. I mean, the bull scenario will be we get back in here and we go parabolic crazy, all right? And that's cool and everything, but if Bitcoin is on the downward trajectory, Bitcoin is in a downward trend, whether it's a correction or the end of the market. I mean, it's impossible to tell until at one point when it's too late to do anything, when you get your confirmation, right? And when everything's down 40%, and I think we're in the bear market now. Well, congratulations. Now you just got a year to the bottom. And then 3 or 4 long years waiting afterward for it to finally, now 3 long years waiting after. All right, so I can see a situation where we come up and roll over on Hyperliquid. She made a lower low over here, so looking for a lower high, possibly coming from Hyperliquid, more than likely coming from Hyperliquid. And Matty Ghost says, react. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate that. All right, let's take a look at react.
All right.
So reactive network here in KuCoin. So what do we know? We lost a trend line. It was originally this trend line. We lost that, got a nice move, and then lost that, and now that's going to be resistance. And even this will, oh, that's even nicer too. We come back and include what she did over here, and then you see it lines up really nice to those wicks, and now you see that we're right at it at resistance. Also at a 236 fib. Let me zoom out on this. We are zoomed out. So some people may be looking at a big inverted head and shoulders when you actually just draw the lines, well, the shapes of everything, you do get this triangle wedge pattern. This big fat piece of slice right here. So yeah, that's looking kind of good. It sucks that it did that. Let's see, we had this trend line. It could have been worse. Could have come all the way back. It might still. I hope it doesn't. There is one scenario where it might have one more leg down and come down to 5 cents. Not what you want to hear right now, but just mentioning it. I don't think it will. I see a bullish cross right here, the 100 over 200, and so far we're still going up, which I guess that's one of the lucky times that we can continue that. Next target I've got. I mean, the next serious target is right here at the 382 fib area, and it's blue. It may be a measured move, or I was just being lazy. I'm being lazy. 12 cent area, so that'd be a nice little come up. So the scenario that we might be looking at, the bullish scenario that we might, and if altcoins get bullish this weekend, maybe we'll see that. And that's if we can get back above this trend line here and flip it as support, and then we can start seeing the higher high at 12. Let's see, what would that mean? That'd be, oh, that's not bad. It's 40. That's almost 45% gains from where we are right now. Pretty cool. So she's made a series of higher lows. I would expect her to make a higher high, even though she's broke this trend line. Unless she gets rejected here and rolls over, I would be looking for that higher high. And that's what the daily says. Let me come over to the 4 hour and we can start to see if she's, you know, what she's doing here on the smaller time frames. And Ichimoku Cloud looks set up pretty nice that we can get above it. In my personal opinion, my dear man, I believe we got a breakout. We got a little breakout, a retest up, and another retest, and I think we're working our way up. And that is reactive. It's at 8 cents. Reese John, what's up, Turkey? Need some TA on H-bar. Well, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, my man. Let's take a look at H-bar. Let's zoom out and see how we're doing here. We're in the juicy, it's a green box, so it should be a juicy buy box. Apparently somebody's being lazy and didn't type it in. Sean? Tricky. You've got the 200 daily moving average here and the 300 coming in together, and what needs to happen is that they need to curve off each other, and both of them going the same. They don't need to cross. I wonder, are you going to cross? You think about crossing, are you? And that was bearish cross there. Losing that trend line didn't do it any favors here. Hell, it thinks it can come down and talk to the devil line too. So Lucy's at a 1618 at 14 cents. That would be the worst case scenario, where this is making a weird ass kind of a, not a rounded bottom. But see how we got the W over here. We could be doing twinsies. That would suck, but it could be happening. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't. For H bar, that would really suck. On the plus side, though, I mean, what I can tell you is that, I mean, for the first W that we had over here, I mean, that's the exact area that we're testing right now. See if we can hold it for some support. So I do think there's this little green box I've got there. I put it there for a reason. Thought that we would catch there. if we wick down maybe 20 cents and test that, I hope we hold that. We start closing the candle below where we are now. That means if we open a full candle body under here on the daily, that would be a confirmation for me that we might come down and test this area down here again. Hope that doesn't happen. Ichimoku Cloud kind of looks on board to do that though. All right, so there's here's an idea that might be holding up to breakout of this and then retest, you know, and looking for a bump and run. So we got to start seeing it turn around here this weekend. The plus sign, I would say 50 is still above the 200. 100 crossed that recently. All right, we need this ricochet. All right. So there's a scenario where it can come down. There is, and it broke the trend line, and that's owning a lot to the weight of what I'm saying. Breaking that trend line owes a lot to it for it to come down. But let's see if she's trying to catch something here. And it looks like she's trying. She's trying. So all we can do is wait and see if we can get up above some certain areas, and different ways to do this. We can go with the deepest angle that we can get for right here and see if we can get an early breakout. That would be a nice thing. Getting above the 22.6, getting above this high here would be good. Knocking out any of these highs along the way would help confirm this. Getting past these areas actually. What we did over here, get past that, which is where we were also testing over here. So if we can see it just get above 22, right in 23 cent area, and hold it, that would be nicer. But for me, I've still got that trend line, right? I'm big on trend lines, and I'd actually need to see it get up above it, and that would make this a bear trap if that happens. So you might see something, you know, something like this happen this weekend. This would be the bullish scenario, the hopeful scenario, and I don't know if it will happen or not, right? I've seen it play out this way, but it doesn't mean that this one's going to. But this would be the hopeful scenario. The bear scenario would be us come up here or anywhere up through there and roll over, and then, you know, we come down lower. So I've got a lot of reasons here on the 4 hour to make me think that we can try something like this, but I don't know if what we're gonna do when we get up here. But I can definitely see us getting up to 23 and testing it. And we'll check it out. We'll keep a tab on it over the next few nights here. See how she's doing there. Here on the 4 hour, I will say, you know, 800 and 600, those are some really good areas to catch some support, and it's trying, so I think the daily is the one to watch. All right, let's take a look at Barachain, which I'm still not in this one. I never got any of this, and you're still in a good area to get it though. Anywhere 329, still a good area to accumulate. Okay. Note to self, why aren't you doing it? Because I don't have any more money. That's a good reason. So we're confirming a double bottom with a measure move at 363 if we can get it. We lost this guy, now that'll be resistance. Don't need that guy anymore, we'll take him off. He just looks confusing. So basically we did confirm this double bottom here. She's trying to make her second attempt to go, so 327, 363 should be on target here. And this one looks like it could do it. Ichimoku Cloud looks nice. That's 34% gains, right? Here on the daily, you got the green dot going on. Let's go down to the 4 hour. What are you looking like over here? Shoot, I might have to bullish crosses, bullish cross. That's looking nice. 4 hours looking nice to me. So this trend line here will be resistance, but now we can also take it down here. Can't make sure we got enough touches, three or more touches to make it valid, right? Now we got our trend line idea. Line in sand, stop loss is below, like at 236. She's getting kind of a little up there to get a good entry. What's the risk ratio? Oh gosh, you're getting like 12% on the spot. 2 to 5. See, that's when it starts taking it away. If we get a pullback, get a better risk reward ratio, like anywhere 4 or 5 to 1, if you were to come back like to 250 or something like that, boom, that would be a hellacious entry. That would be worth taking 40% profits. But now you're getting a little too far. And so for my comforts, and some people do trade like this. Some people will wait till you actually get the breakout, right? They're looking for this level to break and then enter the trade there. And I mean, but you would have to go with the smaller stop loss to make it worth it, and you'd have more of a chance to get stopped out by doing that. In my personal opinion, that's why I like buying at the bottom of the trend lines, right? Because the closer you get down here, the better the risk to reward, the more gains that you get. But you know, everybody's got their own little style and the way that they do it, and nobody does it the wrong way. This is an actual trade setup right here. I just don't ever do it, because what I find is that you get your higher high, but what comes after a higher high? A higher low, just like this was a higher high, and then we got a higher low. Yeah, so you can get these numbers ran on you a lot. So you're just getting stopped out a whole lot, because this is technically a breakout trade, and breakout trades are known for getting stopped out. That's the first things that you learn as a beginner in pattern trading is buy the breakout, and then they tell you, well, buy the retest next time. Okay. Well, it comes back, buy the retest, and that way you don't have to go through all the ups and downs as much, right? And then, oh my God, well, there wasn't a retest because it fell through the pattern. Oh yeah, well, that sucks. Need a stop loss. But Bear looking kind of interesting. I wish I'd gotten in on some of this one, because it did pretty good, right? It was up around $8. And it might get there again, and it's still around 2. Like I said, anywhere under 329 should be a decent place. I may still kind of look at this one for a little bit. Nibble. Just slowly accumulate through here would be one way to do it. While she's still in this little zone, you wouldn't have to actually make it an in-out trade. Just nibble, and then sell on the way up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's come over to the chat here. So Chris Line says, so no corner questions without super chats now, or did I miss my? Well, actually, I've not been in the chat very much because I was going over coins, and so the only ones that I did see were the ones that were popping up. So those are the ones I got to, because I do say that I'll get to those first, give them priority. So if you just typed one in, I might have missed it, because I've not officially went back here to the submit your corner request for live analysis, but I'm there now. Says, I know I always request this lately, but could you look at 1000 Floki, please? Okay, let's take a look. So this one's tricky to pull up. I gotta go full F, then I gotta go over here and put 1000. And that's the easiest way. And I guess here at Binance, have you guys... Microphone's making a noise. All right. So 4 hour, right off the bat, I see a green dot that is confirmed. Looks like a couple of candles ago. That's pretty cool to have come in at the bottom of the trend line there. So I take that as a good bottoming sign. That's one of the first things I'll look at. It's got some bullish divergence going on here on that momentum wave. If you see that little line going up right there. Oh, and also, I mean, this indicator makes it easy for bullish divergence, because each one of these little green dots down here, right here, you can see them, they're kind of small. That means bullish divergence, and there's another one here, and then there's this this yellow line, and that's like super bullish divergence. Although a stronger instance of bullish divergence is what that little yellow dot means. So you got some bullish divergence going on there on that. You also got it on RSI, so safe to say we got some bullish divergence. However, on this 4 hour time frame, you've also got some bearish crosses that have just recently happened here on the moving averages. So that tells me that this area over here about 9 cents is going to be really hard for it to get through. So she may be coming up here, and then it may have to range through here for a minute. I hope not, but that's what I'm getting so far. But whoa, what's this? There's that one little one right here, the little devil girl standing out. and she's bullishly above the 800. So the devil is the only one that's in the right order right now. The rest of them are trying to do some other stuff here. So basically, swing high to swing low. We want to see her get past 8.6 so she can really start moving on, and we want to start looking at 9.5. I'd pay attention. I'd pay attention, really close attention, what it does here at the 0.5. 200 moving average is also right there at that area. So that right at that 9.5 cent area, and that's about 15% from here. So that's what the 4 hour looks like. Now on the daily, as far as overall for bigger moves, she should be, I mean, it's a rising channel. So this is a bearish setup. It's a bearish channel, but it doesn't have to be bearish yet, right? It's got a lot of possibilities, even up to 20 cents. She make higher highs and higher lows. The next higher high I'm looking is more around 17 cents, maybe even to 19 cents. Now, the bigger picture of things, holding on to the bag that you accumulate down here on the bottom, it just makes sense to try and sell it up there for 100% gains. So I like it on the bigger picture more than I do the smaller time frames. And especially right here in this area, I think it's a good area to pick some up or add some to your bag there. Random Trader says, can you look at SQD? SQD. Well, that one looks like it's having a good day. Take a look at it on 4 hour. Well, she hit her 886, and now she's coming back. And she's already at the first stop here that we would look for it to catch if it's going to do something. But seeing how these moving averages are all down here, she might have something else in mind here. If I can get my trend lines going, thank you. Really, that would, yeah, it needs to hold that. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Let's take the fibs on. Okay, so Dow theory got an impulse move, comes down to about 50% level, and then we start looking there, see if she's going to catch anything. Not so sure if she will. She's already lost the 21 and the 9 moving average, so now we're starting to target out the 50. Which is coming in right underneath the 618 Fibonacci area, 14.7 cents, 14.5. Right in there. I think I already had it over here, didn't I? So it's starting to look like that might be the area that we catch, and we've also got a nice little curve going on. Ooh, that's nice too. It has a broken curve. If by some weird ass reason she bounces from right here, oh, I would want to be in on that. But it looks like she's going to give up that little curve. They usually do, especially if they get a spike top like that. Did you get 5 stages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You did. So this is, wow, okay. I don't see these very often. This is what a parabolic blow off top looks like right here. Oh man, okay. And yeah, we got some nice stages on there. So nice curve. I don't ever see them get to a blow off top. I haven't seen very many of those happen in a while, and this one did. So that's kind of cool. That's actually something to take notice of right there. Now for the bad news. If that is a parabolic move with the blow off top, and we know she got her fib trace, I know it's going to be, you would want to catch here at 14 and try to catch it and, you know, watch it be a flag to the upside, something like that. But what you may find happen here and you won't want to hear it, is that you do get that big ass retracement down to the 786 level. Sometimes even to the 886. So we're talking about 9 or 11 cents. I don't think that's, we can put it on here and see what happens at 14, see what happens on the small, smaller, if it's starting to catch, starting to make some kind of bottom pattern over here, starting to accumulate over here. That's the signs that we would need to see at that 618. Otherwise, you're technically looking at this box down here, where she'll just slowly accumulate and then, okay. What usually happens when you get a parabolic move, you get a bunch of down and sideways, and eventually you come down and you do a reaccumulation. And a lot of times, and you'll see this looks like every chart pattern, you come down and you do some kind of rounded bottom, double bottom formation. That's usually what you see these things work out after they do that. Now, when we're playing them and we see that happen, and maybe we took profits, or maybe worse, you got suckered in with somebody's flag to the upside, because there's always somebody calling a flag to the upside over here, and this like get people caught up. Especially these, man. Oh my gosh, these. Every once in a blue moon, you might see something do that, and this parabolic move continues up like crazy, right? But that's one of the highest risk trades that you can play right there, man. A rising staff flag right there. Yeah, but this is the outcome that you usually get. So our inclination after something goes up like that is to try to find the first place to start getting back in, right? That's a mistake I've made a lot of times with these things, and like even here I'd say this is cheap, man. It was up 25. I can go ahead and start building a bag here, and and then later on, months down the road, you're like still waiting for that to pop off. Or even catching here, you might start building a bag here, and you're waiting for it to catch off, and you still find yourself down here, and all the money that you put in over here in these areas is down 30-40% in the hole, right? That's the part that kind of sucks about it, because everything in your body wants to, I want to go back in. You take your profits and put it back in, right? You want to roll it over, do the right thing, build a bag or whatever, and increase everything, but okay. Sometimes it doesn't always work out that way. So another little trick that I do with these things is this, and here we come with that other argument. Will it hold here? There's an argument that it might. I'm not seeing anything on the smaller time frames yet. Well, maybe here on the 5 minute, but again, it is the 5 minute. That maybe we got something here that's going to hold. So normally, low off top, you would normally see a big accumulation. If this is the chance that maybe she does still have a lot of life left and another move to go to, you're on the 0.5. You haven't really caught it. If you're looking for that higher target, I can give it to you based on what we got so far. And we could be possibly looking at 36 cents. But I don't have anything that's making me think that that's going to be it just yet. I need some more confirmations on that. We haven't really put a bottom in, but we might be. If we are, actually, when I backtest these fibs, it look nice. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to say it's got a good chance to, if it's going to bounce, this is where it needs to do it. And see if it happens this weekend. It makes me think market makers are going to be running us up on altcoins, and I ain't going to bitch about that. I'm ready to sell some of my altcoins this weekend as they go back up. So let's see if it catches. Let's see if this will catch us. And we'll try to come back to this one maybe tomorrow or something to check it out. We got the 360 moving average. You can catch off of that. 200's up here. And if we do catch, let's look and see if we can, our first target being about 18 cents. I would not open a trade here. I mean, well, you could. Even if you're opening a fresh trade, actually, yeah, it's actually not a bad place to open a trade, in my personal opinion, if you got a decent target. 382 makes a great one because that's the area, but it may take a while to get there. This one would be the most likely to be hit. And this is an example where you can get a really, really tight ass stop loss, tight stop loss, because it breaks this trend line, closes a candle below this trend line. It's probably going to, do the down and sideways, blah, not be good. But if it is going to bounce, then you got 14% gains, 5-to-1 risk reward ratio. That's actually an excellent trade setup with stops below all these candles over here. So if I draw the line where I put my stop loss, it's coming in about right here. Entry's getting away from me, so we got to move it up. So with 3% stop loss, 4-to-1 risk reward. So that's a good trade setup. So yeah, I started to say I wouldn't get into it because it's so, if it's going to it's either going to do it or it's not, and that is a good trade setup. It's either going to do it or it's not. And we're at the point where it's going to tell us. We don't have to wait for it to get to that point. We're there. You're either going to bounce or you're going to tank and stop out. So not a bad trade. Not a bad trade. Huh. Actually, that's I like that actually. And could do better, but it could go up. It still could continue, or at least part of the position could still continue and get up to 23. And this is spot, and they do have it perpetual futures, so you could do 3 to 5x. What is it, 16 cents? You could probably fit in 5 to 7x with that tight stop loss and be able to get a pretty decent sized position for it. And then with that 13% would be some pretty decent gains. 13 times 5, 13 times 7, what do you get, about 70%, 80% gains off of there or more, possibly. And okay, remember this is a 5-minute time frame right now, so if you're looking for a trade at the moment, this might be one. This is, are you over here? Are you on COINEX? SQD, you are Subsquid. Are you perpetual? No, just spot. I only got it on spot. It's up 50% is what it says since they started playing with it. So it did have a really good day today, and she had a pullback, right? Or this week. And maybe some of that momentum is still there. I kind of like that. She's starting to take off. I wish I was in it. I'm not in it. Wait, you look like on the 1 minute. I'm jonesing. I'm jonesing here. I'm jonesing. All these moving averages all flip bearish as F. Now we got to try to work our way up there. That's why this targets comes in handy. Because I don't expect us to flip the ribbons, but we can run up through them, right? All right. Well, cool. That's nice. 30 people hanging out with me. Thank you for being here, everybody. I appreciate you. Let's come back to the chat here.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Random Trader says, you were right about 2017. That was an amazing time. Would love to see that again. I know, and I missed some of it, right? I took a break, a hiatus. I got fed up with, I got pissed from an argument or something, and left crypto. I'm done. And then one day I was at work, said, man, did you see everybody talking about Bitcoin? Weren't you in that at one time? Aren't you in it? Is it doing good? And I was like, oh crap. And I was like, Bitcoin's at $14,000. Oh my God. And so I got to miss some of that. But then after that came the altcoin season, which was pretty freaking wild. So that altcoin season came after Bitcoin's top out. Bitcoin topped out, what, 17,000 or whatever. And then all that money rolled over into altcoins, and then boom. And I mean, they just ran like Sonic the Hedgehog, just running days and days and days. Like, well, this one's up 20%. The next day, that's up 35%. And the next day is up another 25%. And you're sitting there watching these things double and double over a period of a couple of weeks, and you're just like, that's what altcoin season. That's the altcoin season that I got introduced to, and I gotta say, I've not really seen that since. I've not seen one to that effect since. And that was our first altcoin season ever. It was beautiful. You throw money at anything and you're making some money. It doesn't matter. You feel like a genius. Like, oh, this crypto's easy, man. Which one? I don't go with this one. I don't know. This has got a cute picture. I don't even know what this one does, but I'm going to go with it. Look, we made $100 just like that out of... Yeah, I know. It's just $5 turned into $100. It's crazy. Yeah, it was wild. All right. I thought I clicked that. Justin Micah 6 says, let's go. I'll own that. That looked like a pretty good one. I'm afraid I'm going to mess the name up. Gonzalo? Is that it? Gonzalo? Almeida says, hi, I'm new here. Hey, welcome to Strom, man. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. You're always welcome here. Just hang out, and if you ever feel like it, you can always do what Elvis is always talking about. It's all he ever says. It's like he only has a one-track mind around here.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Elvis loves that like button. It makes him happy. But welcome to the show. So I don't know if you're kind of new and you haven't seen my show before. You know, I do TA and everything. My methods, I just show the methods that, and I teach it. I teach it too while I'm doing it. Showing the methods I use. I use Fibonacci a lot, and I've dove down deep that rabbit hole, and there's still a lot more for me to dive down to. And so there's still a lot more coming out of the fibs. Wow. But I use a lot of fib strategy, and I try to make it easy so that you can absorb what I'm teaching, and you know, if it works for you, you can take some, you know, you see me do something or use a, you know, like a certain strategy, a 5-moving indicator strategy or something like that. You might be able to take that and use it on your own, and it might be able to help you out of a situation. I don't expect everybody to do TA exactly like I do it, but sometimes I'll see some things that maybe you and other people may not see. And then again, one hand washes the other too. So sometimes you guys see some things that I don't see, and it's this sharing, this camaraderie that we have between us, and also the Telegram group, which is a free private group. It's free, but it's private, but it's free, of good people, just decent people over there, just helpful with each other, and just posting helpful information and everything. One of these days we'll get it all jumping over there. Usually when retail comes in, we'll see a lot more activity and a lot more trade setups then too. Lately I just post them from the show if I do them. I may need to, the market starts turning up and getting juicy, we'll post more setups over there. But yeah, hang around and ask questions, and I don't know. If you're new, maybe you already know how to do TA and you already got a system that works for you. In that case, hey, awesome, hang around too, and maybe other people can pick up on stuff that your insights that you got too. So we just like having a group of people that just like be helpful and hang out and just have a good time, and I don't know, try to make some money out of this crazy market and not make mistakes, and try to take note of the mistakes that we've learned from and make, and try not to make them again, right? So I know this cycle, I went into it thinking I wasn't going to make as many mistakes, or you know, make very few mistakes, but I've made some pretty decent mistakes there. One of them was so easy as just seemed innocent at the time, just using my Bitcoin to be as collateral to fund some of my altcoin plays, right? That was probably the dumbest move I've ever done because of the way the Bitcoin dominance cycle works and everything. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about that, or maybe it was there, but I didn't think it would have that much of an effect. I think that's where I was coming from. It had a huge effect. It had a huge effect. I've yeah, my Bitcoin numbers they've squished, and I'm not happy about that, because my whole goal is to grow Bitcoin, right? With altcoins, that was the goal. That was what they taught us in the trading groups, right? Yeah, well, those trading groups, yeah. But there's a time to do that, and we may be coming into it soon. I did it at the wrong time. Therefore, instead of expanding the Bitcoin shrunk. So that's something I'm not going to do next time. What I did do right, was focus mostly on Bitcoin instead of altcoins. when the market was bottoming out. That was the biggest plus I've done. If I went all into Bitcoin instead of altcoins, that would have been a better choice, and that will be what I do next time. So it's all a learning journey, and cycle after cycle. This is my third. We learn. And here your token is breaking out to the upside. I want some. I'm on the 1 minute chart though. So this is a 1 minute chart breakout of, what is this coin? What is this coin? What is this? What are we looking at? SQD. What is this coin? This one's got $137,000 or $1 million market cap, 1.337 billion coins total. Circulating supply is 828 million. And this is what it's done today, but now she's starting to move again. So that's exactly what we need to start seeing. She made a higher high there. So yeah, it looks like it's got a really good chance of actually trying to bounce off from here then. Let's see if it'll clear this area, and even if it can come up here and clear these, if it starts holding, we want to see a higher high and then a higher low eventually, right? So we want to see it eventually come up and take out these guys, and then when she makes a higher, whenever we find the higher low, wherever it may be, that's where you want to go. You want to find that one. Look for that one. Let's try to keep our eyes on for our next move, looking for that step, and then let's crank her up there a little bit. But so far so good. And if you took this one and got in it at the that was the entry right there. It's up 3% so far on the 1 minute time frame, so that's cool. Higher high. Yay! I'm not in it, but she had a bearish scenario. And I was leaning bearish on it, and caught the last little thing right there, where the trend line. The trend line's once I pulled the trend line, that's like, oh, well, that changes things. Love trend lines. If you weren't looking at it, you wouldn't. If you didn't have that trend line, you're like, it's just hanging there in midair, and you don't know what the hell's going on. And just until you get a series of candles, and you're like, oh, I'm bullish now because we got green candles. But the trend line says, hey man, there might be some green candles coming if this high line holds, and there we go. Awesome. I like to see things bounce when they can. I like that. I get excited about the TA. Ah, awesome, from Portugal. Awesome, cool. So I'm guessing it is probably about not quite midnight where you are. Probably about 11 p.m. I think it was midnight where I'm at. I'm probably an hour or two ahead of you. Cool, Portugal. There's a very pretty country. Avi says, what's one coin on Solana that is worth it maybe to hodl DCA into? The AI stuff did not work out for me. You know, after looking at all the stuff that I've messed with on Solana, and I mentioned this one before, and the one that's always done really good for me and just steady goes up is JLP. And it's from Jupiter, the Jupiter Dex, the liquidity provider token. And something, you get some kind of kickbacks, or it's based on getting the kickbacks from the perps or something. I don't know, but when you look at it on how it's performed, it's just a steady. It's like the S&P 500 or S&P 500, S&P 500 or whatever. It's just, you know, it's just always going up with a correction, and then it just keeps trailing up, correction, trailing up, and I'm like, okay, baby, I'm just going to ride you. Because yeah, like everything else, they're going up and down and giving it back, and you know their charts are going up like this, and then they're coming back down to the bottoms, and that's where they are. Compared to this one, we're going up, correct, and then keep going up. And she's on a correction now. It was up to 597, and now she's about 550. So. It might come down to about 525, somewhere through there. Maybe. She's at what, a 50. I'm on the daily, and you're on the 50 moving average. You really don't need to lose this. You need to hold this, actually, JLP. So now that I've got you out here looking at you. When we lose the 50 moving average, then we start looking at the 100 and 200, and those guys are down here and don't want to talk to them right now. We want to keep this trend line, and we're trying to get some. That'd be nice if it caught there on the 50. And if it's but it lost that, huh? So are you trying to establish a new little deviation? Anyway, it's just a nice strong coin that I can hear on the daily. Oh. Are you doing a correction? Nope. Elliot seemed to think she's blasting off here to 850. I hope that's true, Elliot. Are you smoking crack again? Just Maui Wowie? You got any left? Okay. All right, so Elliot seems to think we're going to Valhalla for JLP. I hope that's true. Make me think I need to get some more of it or something. Sometimes I'll just take profits, and I have it at one point, took profits and just put in here and just left them, and it just keeps going up. I mean, if you can go up to $8, damn though, for real. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been streaming for about an hour and 46 minutes and haven't come back to look at Bitcoin yet. On the skinny small ass time frame here, looks like we're still pretty much about where we were when we started. She's going sideways, which should be good for altcoins. What the hell's going on over here? All this stuff, all this old stuff, and we just ended up doing a freaking box, a freaking range, if you will, is what we're in. This may do, if it's going to go up, if there is going to be a bounce, because we are at an area on a local, we're making a local play that this is a local bottom for something, right? It may be, or it may just be on its way down deeper. I don't know. I'm watching. I think we'll get the feel for it. Hopefully are you breaking back into the trend line? Hopefully we can get a little push up over the weekend. And then if we do have to see lower prices, maybe we'll see it after we get up to around 113, somewhere through there for Bitcoin. But as long as it goes sideways, and then also Total 3 has a better chance of going up and Bitcoin dominance coming down, that's a nice recipe this weekend for some nice movement out of these altcoins. So we want to make sure that we're taking advantage of it. Not so much chasing, but especially things that, I mean, we might find some good setups, like we come over, the last one we looked at, it looked like it was going to work out. You might come across some good setups if you're out there looking, but I would avoid you from trying to chase, because I don't think this is going to sustain itself. I don't think this is going to last through come Monday. We're getting the typical slam bam, thank you ma'am weekend price action out of altcoins, where the market makers want to try to entice the retail, the new people coming in, because they're off on the weekends, right? It's a beautiful time to do it. Weekend trading. See if we can make a few bucks this weekend, honey. Day trading. Look, this going up. It's in a flag to the upside, honey. They said on he's always putting everything in the flag. Let's put things in the flag too. We're going to buy that flag. So but we get retail to entice them in. The market makers start backing off on their sell orders. They just back them up. I'm not going to sell you at $5. I'm going to sell you at $5.75. And then the little buy orders that they push in, because they got them in there, I'm not going to buy you at $4.50. I want to push it up. I want to say $4.65. So they push up from the bottom, they ease up on the top, and then we get price moving up as retail just kind of fills in those gaps there. And so that's what we kind of see going on this weekend, especially when you got low volume, when you see the volume just not there behind it, when price is moving up but the volume's not. That's the market makers, baby. That's them playing their little game. They lightening up on you. They reeling you in. But after you played that game enough, and you've been suckered and pulled out of the boat and shown God in the sky, and go down and tell all your fish feeling about the aliens that abducted you, after you had your abduction experience so many times, you finally get wise to it, and you're like, when they're selling, maybe we should be doing what the market makers are doing. when they're selling and the market makers are building a position, maybe that's when we should be trying to build a little position, especially if we were at a bottom pivot point, Fibonacci's, moving averages, support resistance. When we're at major areas like that and start building a position, and then when they start bouncing them back up, we're doing exactly what they're doing, and they're letting limit orders get hit. They're backing up on their prices and they're letting them trickle, letting them, they're spoon feeding you all the profits all the way up, and then wash, rinse, and repeat. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. We'll be back again tomorrow night taking a look at the market, but altcoins are looking kind of juicy. Let's see if we can make some money. I want to make some money. I got into me because, gosh darn it, I feel like I've been shaking up a lot this week with some of these things. I was looking at my, oh my gosh, I'm like, something went amiss there. These altcoins have got to start doing some stuff. So they gave up the gains, and now it looks like this weekend maybe we'll go back to break even. Jeez, isn't that the sucky part about it? Isn't that the sucky part about it? Because this is going up. It's great for anything that you're opening up or that you built up recently, but for any bag that you've been down under, you're sitting there going, well, I mean, it's going up, but we're not back. I ain't back yet. But hopefully over the next 6 weeks, that story will finally freaking change for good. Hopefully. We got to retest at this breakout area. That's what I'm looking at right here, where we're bouncing off of a total 3, right? So, I mean, we can draw us a new trend line if it makes us feel better, but the correction phase for total 3 should be over, and hopefully we're starting to see a bounce on these altcoins. Guys, thanks for hanging out. See you tomorrow night, and let's see if we got any wins for tomorrow night. Have a better day to report. Good night, everybody. God bless you. Jesus loves you.
Lost in crypto shade.
5 a.m. Oh, wow. Oh, a porch. My bad. What the hell were you thinking? Portugal in Spain. Like it.
All coins drift and fade. Gurus weave their lies. Promises that fray. Hype dissolves in mist. A fleeting hollow spark.
Is it Juan Carlo?
Prophets cry it's here through screens of hollow glow. Words turn to ashes, their truths ebb and flow. Seek the fading crown where Bitcoin's reign grows weak. Pulse of the market, the season I seek. Altcoin season. When will you wake? Yearning for riches. My heart's at stake. Altcoin season. Is this endless night? Chasing a whisper for wealth's distant line.
Alexa, skip. think I put the wrong version on there. There's a heavier version though. I like it better.
If you wanna go and trade with me, stack them coins in the game with me, roll through dips, keep it fly with me. Hey, hey, must be the crypto. If you wanna see the charts go green, dodge the crash, keep it clean with me, hit the market, live the dream with me. Hey, hey, must be I'm close to Discord where the hype's too loud, shills beat pumping coins, got the whole damn crowd. I was young, chased the buzz, thought I moved real quick, bet my stack, no research, man, that move was sick. Leverage high, no stop loss, watch my wallet bleed, held too long, market dip, left me in the weeds. Discourse cheer said, hold up tight, but I crashed so hard, now I'm back with smarts, trading clean, no scars. If you wanna go and trade with me, stack them coins in the game with me, roll through dips, keep it fly with me. Hey, hey, must be the crypto. If you wanna see the charts go green, dodge the crash, keep it clean with me, hit the market, live the dream with me. Hey, hey, must be the now riding charts, got my game on lock, check the tag, read the white paper, know the market's clock. Discord's wild, but I don't chase the shillers, empty hype, set my sales, keep it cool, watch my profits spike. Low leverage, I ain't tripping on no margin.
That bear's got
Learn
moves.
my lesson, now I'm ballin', standing 10 feet tall. Group thinks dead, I'm the one who's calling all the shots. Trade with me, we'll be stacking crypto to the top. Woo! If you wanna go and trade with me, stack them coins in the game with me, roll through dips, keep it fly with me. Hey, hey, must be the crypto. If you wanna see the charts go green, dodge the crash, keep it clean with me, hit the market, live the dream with me. Hey, hey, must be the crypto. Yo, why you chasing every pump? Hey. That's a rookie move. Ooh. Study charts, don't ride the dump. Hey. Keep your head in groove. Risk what you can lose, stay sharp. Hey. Plan your exit right. Ooh. Trade with me, we'll light the spark. Hey. Stacking day and night. Ooh. I'm the king of trades, got my vision crystal clear. Discourse noise can't shake me, I ain't got no fear. Every dip's a chance, I'm scooping coins when they low. Flip them high, cash out clean, watch my portfolio grow. No more FOMO, I'm the one who's setting all the trends. Crypto life, living large, rolling with my friends. Wanna win and join the squad, we trade into the moon. Trade with me, we'll hit the top, we'll be there real soon. If you wanna go and trade with me, stack them coins in the game with me, roll through dips, keep it fly with me. Hey, hey, must be the crypto. If you wanna see the charts go green, dodge a crash, keep it clean with me, hit the market, live the dream with me. Hey, hey, must be the crypto. Hey, hey, must be the crypto.
I don't know, funk. I'm tired of the funk. We had our share of funk last Saturday and Sunday. That was too much funk then. No more funk. I'm tired of the funk. I wouldn't doubt it though.
Altcoins ghost.
They're gonna do it. They would do it.
Months wasted waiting, all coins on pause, lost time stacking, opportunities lost, gains come slow, then they slip away fast, frustrated as hell, disgusted with the blast, tired of the grind, exhausted from the chase.
I'm not exactly sold on this Bitcoin move here, but I'm hoping we'll get something out of it.
Waiting for the run, hour after hour, drain from the weight, gains get back to fight, frustrated soul, tired through the night, lost time echoes, opportunities ghost, disgusted heart, exhausted the most, we chase the moon, but it slips through our heads.
Hey, congratulations, my friend.
All coins tea, breaking all our plans.
Congratulations.
Cinnamon flips, quick gains evaporate, leaving us sick, bag shrink, small dreams out again. Exhausted mind, limited and disgusted with the tease, the up and down game.
Man, she'll be 10 years old before you know it. That's the crazy thing.
Driving me insane. Opportunity cost, time I can't reclaim. Frustrated trade.
Is it? I haven't played that one in a while.
Drain from the weight, gains get back to fight. Frustrated soul, tired through the night, lost time echoes, opportunities ghost, disgusted heart, exhausted the most. We chase the moon, but it slips through our hands. All coins tea, breaking all our plans. Behold that spark, a breaks the gloom. No dead dreams, vacations in bloom. Parties popping, fun in the sun. Unicorns dancing, Lambos on the run. Golden ticket gleams, sunshine through the storm. Hope's the anchor, keeping us warm. Stacked through the pain, the payoff's near. Exhausted now, but victory's clear. Drained from the weight, games get back to fight. Frustrated soul, tired through the night. Lost time, echoes, opportunities, ghosts. Disgusted heart, exhausted the most. But hope's coming, stack or fall, rise from the cold.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Be careful. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, John Boy.